Top 10 richest people in the world. In 2020, there were reportedly 2,095 billionaires on Earth, with an estimated total net worth of $8 trillion. Of this amount, the top 10 wealthiest people in the world account for $1,128.50 billion, or roughly 14.11%, which is impressive when you consider that they represent around 0.48% of billionaires. Below are the 10 individuals currently considered the wealthiest at the time of updating this article, January 19, 2021, according to Bloomberg's Billionaires Index. Welcome to Max 10 channel. You won't want to miss number 1, so make sure you stay until the end. Kindly subscribe to the channel and click on the bell button. 10. Larry Ellison, age 76, residence Woodside, California. Co-founder, CTO, and chairman, Oracle, ORCL. Net worth, $79.1 billion. Oracle ownership stake, 35.4%, $51.5 billion. Other assets, Tesla equity, $12.5 billion public asset, and $14.3 billion in cash. After dropping out of the University of Chicago in 1966, Larry Ellison moved to California and worked as a computer programmer for several companies over the years. First, in 1973, he was an employee of the electronics company Ampex, where he met his future partners Ed Oates and Bob Miner. 3 years later, Ellison joined Precision Instruments, serving as the company's vice president of research and development. By 1977, Ellison had founded Software Development Laboratories, SDL, alongside Oates and Miner, which 2 years later released Oracle, the first commercial relational database program to utilize structured query language. The database program proved so popular that SDL would change its name to Oracle Systems Corporation in 1982. Additionally, Ellison joined Tesla's board in December 2018. Oracle is the second largest software company and provides a wide variety of cloud computing programs as well as other software, such as Java and Linux, and the Oracle Exadata computing platform. The business has also grown through the acquisition of several major companies, including human resources management systems provider PeopleSoft in 2005, customer relationship management applications provider Siebel in 2006, enterprise infrastructure software provider BEA Systems in 2008, and hardware and software developer Sun Microsystems in 2010. 9. Sergey Brin, age 47, residence Los Altos, co-founder and board member Alphabet, GOOG. Net worth $79.1 billion. Alphabet ownership stake 5%, $66.5 billion. Other assets, $12.6 billion in cash. What makes Google unique compared to the other companies featured on this list is that its co-founders are relatively close in terms of total wealth. Sergey Brin's involvement in Google follows a similar path to Page's. After the duo founded the company in 1998, Brin served as co-president alongside Page until Eric Schmidt took over as CEO in 2001. Similarly, after founding Alphabet in 2015, Brin acted as the holding company's president before stepping down in 2019 when Sundar Pichai took over as CEO. In addition to being a highly popular search engine, Google also offers a suite of online tools and services known as Google Workplaces, which includes Gmail, Google Drive, Google Calendar, Google Meet, Google Chat, Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Slides, and more. In addition to software, Google also deals in a wide variety of electronic devices, including its Pixel smartphones, its Pixelbook computers and tablets, its Nest smart home devices, and its Stadia gaming platform. 8. Larry Page, age 47, residence Palo Alto, California, co-founder and board member Alphabet, GOOG. Net worth $81.7 billion, Alphabet ownership stake 6%, $69.2 billion, other assets $12.5 billion in cash. Like several tech billionaires on this list, Larry Page's claim to fame got its start in a college dorm room. While attending Stanford University in 1995, Page and his friend Sergey Brin came up with the idea of improving data extraction capabilities while accessing the internet. The duo devised a new type of search engine technology they dubbed BackRub, named after its ability to analyze backing links. From there, Page and Brin went on to found Google in 1998, with the former serving as CEO of the company until he stepped down in 2001. Google is one of the largest internet search engines on the planet, accounting for more than 70% of global online search requests. In 2006, Google, the company, expanded by purchasing YouTube, the biggest platform for user-submitted videos. Then, 2008 saw the release of the first mobile phone using the Android operating system, which was originally developed by Android Inc. prior to Google acquiring the company in 2005. Today, Google is a subsidiary of Alphabet, a holding company for which Page served as CEO between 2015 and 2019. He has also shown interest in flying car companies, having invested in both Kitty Hawk and Opener. 7. Zhang Shanshan, age 66, residence Hangzhou, China. Founder, Chairman, Executive Director, and General Manager, Nongfu Spring, NNFSF. Net worth, $84.7 billion. Nongfu Spring ownership stake, 84%, $76.5 billion. Other assets, Beijing Wantai Pharmacy Enterprise, equity, $13.7 billion public asset, and $1.3 billion in cash. Despite making his fortune in the beverage industry, Zhang Shanshan originally got his start in the workforce as a construction worker before becoming a reporter during the 1980s. Later, as a beverage sales agent, he went on to establish a bottled water distributing business in Hainan. Zhang founded his first business, health products company Yangsheng Tang, in 1993. 3 years later, Zhang founded Nongfu Spring, a bottled water manufacturer, though it would later expand to other beverage products such as coffee and food products like rice and yogurt. By 2012, Nongfu Spring had become the largest bottled water company in all of China. In 2019, it became one of the top 3 producers of bottled tea and juice in the Chinese market. 6. Warren Buffett, age 90, residence Omaha, Nebraska, CEO, Berkshire Hathaway, BRKA. Net worth, $88.3 billion. Berkshire Hathaway ownership stake, 38%, $87.1 billion. Other assets, $1 billion in cash. The most famous living value investor, Warren Buffett, filed his first tax return in 1944 at age 14, declaring his earnings from his boyhood paper route. He first bought shares in a textile company called Berkshire Hathaway in 1962, becoming the majority shareholder by 1965. He expanded the company to insurance and other investments in 1967. Now, Berkshire Hathaway is a $500 billion company with a single share of stock trading at more than $350,000 per share in early 2021. Widely known as the Oracle of Omaha, Buffett made the majority of his fortune through purchasing shares in companies with easy-to-understand business operations. While many investors have been piling into tech companies, Buffett has opted for a more cautious approach, only buying from well-established companies that are easier to understand, such as IBM and Apple. He is also a noted Bitcoin skeptic. Additionally, Buffett has also outright purchased a lengthy list of companies over the years, including Dairy Queen, Duracell, Geico, and Kraft Heinz. 5. Mark Zuckerberg, age 36, residence Palo Alto, California, co-founder, CEO, and chairman, Facebook. Net worth, $95.6 billion. Facebook ownership stake, 13%, $92.5 billion. Other assets, $2.88 billion in cash and $225 million in real estate. Mark Zuckerberg first developed Facebook alongside fellow students Eduardo Saverin, Dustin Moskovitz, and Chris Hughes while attending Harvard University in 2004. As Facebook began to be used at other universities, Zuckerberg dropped out of Harvard to focus entirely on his growing business. Today, Zuckerberg is the CEO and chairman of Facebook, which had more than 2.7 billion monthly active users as of Q3 2020. Facebook is the world's largest social networking service, enabling its users to create a personal profile, connect with friends and family, join or create groups, and much more. As the website is free to use, most of the company's revenue is generated through advertising. 4. Bernard Arnault, age 71, residence Paris, France, CEO and chairman LVMH, LVMUY, net worth $109 billion. French national Bernard Arnault is the chairman and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company. This business owns some of the biggest brands on earth, including Louis Vuitton, Hennessy, Marc Jacobs, Sephora, and many more. The majority of his wealth, however, actually comes from his massive stake in Christian Dior SE, the holding company that controls 41.2% of LVMH. His shares in Christian Dior SE, plus an additional 6.2% in LVMH, are held through his family-owned holding company, Group Arnault SC. An engineer by training, Arnault's business chops became apparent while working for his father's construction firm, Ferret 7L, which he would take control of in 1971. He later converted Ferret 7L to a real estate company named Ferrinel Inc. in 1979. 3. Bill Gates, age 65, residence Medina, Washington. Co-founder Microsoft Corp. MSFT, net worth $132 billion. While attending Harvard University in 1975, Bill Gates went to work alongside his childhood friend Paul Allen to develop new software for the original microcomputers. Following this project's success, Gates dropped out of Harvard in his junior year and went on to found Microsoft with Allen. In addition to being the largest software company in the world, Microsoft also produces its own line of personal computers, publishes books through Microsoft Press, provides email services through its Exchange server, and sells video game systems and associated peripheral devices. Originally Microsoft's chief software architect, Gates later transitioned to the role of the chairman in 2008. He had joined Berkshire Hathaway's board in 2004. He later stepped down from both boards on March 13, 2020. In 2000, Gates's two philanthropic organizations, the William H. Gates Foundation and the Gates Learning Foundation, were merged to create the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, of which he and his wife, Melinda Gates, are co-chairs. Through the foundation, he has spent billions to fight polio and malaria. 2. Jeff Bezos, age 57, residence Seattle, Washington, founder and CEO, Amazon AMZN, net worth $182 billion, Amazon ownership stake 11.1%, $165 billion, other assets, Blue Origin, $7.15 billion private asset, and $9.55 billion in cash. In 1994, Jeff Bezos founded Amazon.com in a garage in Seattle, shortly after he resigned from the hedge fund giant D.E. Shaw. In fact, he had originally pitched the idea of an online bookstore to his former boss, David E. Shaw, who wasn't interested. Though Amazon.com originally started out selling books, it has since morphed into a one-stop shop for everything under the sun and is arguably the world's largest retailer. At any rate, it is hard to dispute its self-description as the Earth's most customer-centric company. Its pattern of constant diversification is evident in some of its unexpected expansions, which include acquiring Whole Foods in 2017 and launching its own branded over-the-counter drugs in February 2018. In 2020, Amazon's share price skyrocketed on the heightened demand for online shopping as lockdowns forced consumers to stay home. 1. Elon Musk, age 49, residence Austin, Texas, co-founder and CEO, Tesla, TSLA, net worth $197 billion, Tesla ownership stake 20%, $141 billion, other assets, space exploration technologies, $18.7 billion private asset. The current richest man in the world, Elon Musk, has had his hands in several different companies over the years. Originally enrolled at Stanford University, Musk deferred his attendance to launch Zip2, one of the earliest online navigation services. A portion of the proceeds from this endeavor were then reinvested to create X.com, an online payment system that later became PayPal. While both of these systems were eventually sold to other companies, Musk has maintained his status as CEO and lead designer of his third project, Space Exploration Technologies, SpaceX, which aims to make space exploration more affordable. In 2004, Musk became a major funder of Tesla Motors, now Tesla, which led to him being retroactively declared a co-founder and his current position as CEO of the electric vehicle company, in addition to its line of electric automobiles, which include sedans, sport utility vehicles, SUVs, and the Cybertruck announced in 2019. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to keep up to date with all our future amazing videos.